Hello everyone, welcome to the Fireside Conversation. Today we have a very interesting guest with us, Badri. Badri is the General Manager for IT Services India and South Asia, and we will hear about what's happening in the IT services landscape in India, what's the impact globally, and how AI is actually impacting and transforming the everyday workflow for us. This is a big topic for all of us. Let's just dive straight in now. So Badri, from your vantage point, given India is such a powerhouse in terms of all that's happening in IT services across the world, how do you feel we impacting the global IT services landscape?
Firstly, it's an absolute privilege to be partnering with IT services firms. There's a huge impact they're creating for India, with 7% of the GDP coming from this industry. There's a huge impact they're creating for the world, transforming BFSI, healthcare, life sciences, telecom, etc. And there are two aspects that we look at quite closely, right? One is what we call the customer zero mindset, which is how do they transform themselves as organizations? And second is as force multipliers, how do they transform organizations that they work with across the world? So looking forward to this transformational journey that they're going through.
You're right. I mean, they're customer zero and also helping customers beyond themselves to actually transform in this awesome journey that we all are on right now. And that's perfect segue into my next question, Badri, is to say, with AI and the way AI has changed or actually continues to change around us in a very unprecedented space that we see, how do you feel that will define the way IT services operations actually will be going forward?
There are three dimensions that I look at with these firms. The first is how do they transform experience for their employees? It's a very services people-based business, and how they go through change with AI in the experience level.
Yeah.
The second is these organizations have served global customers across decades, and there's a lot of knowledge and context across the organization. How do we enrich the organization with the context that is available within the firm is the second dimension. The third is with the advent of Agentic, how do they transform themselves in the finance function, in the HR and talent supply chain functions, etc. But also how do they replicate Agentic to global customers, thereby influencing their own top line and bottom line, our journeys that we are seeing them go through. And through all of this, it's also fascinating that we have a significant partnership with these firms. We have crossed 1 million employees of IT services firms today in India, leveraging the Microsoft 365 Copilot and Copilot Chat. And we also have 4 iconic brands in Cognizant, Infosys, TCS and Wipro being part of what we call the 50K club in M365 Copilot. So using 50,000 seats each to transform their employee experiences.
Phenomenal. I mean, I love the fact that we have 4 stalwarts in the 50,000 club that you just spoke about, and how we are impacting the transformation in the country and also beyond in the country. Given there is just so much happening, and you spoke about these 3 dimensions, I'm sure there are enough and more opportunities around us, right? There is plethora of stuff, the functional, how can we try and have different use cases, what can we do differently in terms of how it was being done in the past, how can we increase the operational efficiency. But at the same time, there are challenges as well, right? There are enough and more challenges in terms of how do we ensure that we are leveraging AI in a responsible fashion. Your top of mind on that, and how Microsoft is actually supporting the industry to move forward in such times.
There are 3 major mindset shifts that we're working on with them. The first is scale, on how across the organization you can empower the organization with AI. So that's the first bit. The second bit is skilling, which is crucial, and we really want, from a talent standpoint, for India to be that showcase in AI use, adoption and reinvention, if I may. And the third bit is security. With the advent of AI, the threat vectors, the surface areas increasing significantly, and that requires a significant shift in mindset in terms of how do you secure first as you build out the stack. So these are 3 dimensions on which we're working with these firms on.
Awesome. I mean, clearly India is defining not just how ITES is actually moving forward in the global economy, in the global world, but also it's actually defining how AI is being used for future of work. And it's here and now. Always a great conversation with you. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Shruti.